Hello and welcome to the 21st episode of the Under the Umbrella podcast from the Big Green Umbrella Media Studio. I am one of your hosts, Cody Williams, CityView reporter with
Tammy Pearson, Iowa Living Magazine's editor.
Good morning, Tammy.
Good morning, Cody.
We have very bright colors on this morning, the both of us.
Well, we do, don't we?
We do.
What are those are those palm trees on your shirt?
They're they're like little oases. So yeah, that's got some palm trees and I don't know.
Like your desk is an oasis of knowledge and...
That's quite generous. It's an oasis of, certainly of ideas.
Wow.
Who's to say if they're good or not?
That's good.
Today's Thursday, May 23rd. I feel like we're in for a great episode. I don't have any more fun facts, but if people are missing out on them, they can sure reach out and ask if they want more.
They could send us some fun facts to share.
That would be perfect if I hadn't exhausted all of the 30 I've gone through so far. Some true, some false.
Yes, send us.
Send us. But let's jump right into the news. Earlier this week, the tornado passed through Greenfield. It passed through Adair County. It passed through a lot of Iowa and affected a lot of people. So we figured we wanted to tell you about what kind of resources that the people of those communities need and where you can send them. So the Adair County Free Press posted a list of requested items by Greenfield residents. Those items can be brought to the Creston News Advisor office at 503 West Adams Street in nearby Creston. Those items were listed as plastic storage bags, permanent markers, totes, packing tape, scissors, disinfectant wipes, ponchos, trash bags, working gloves, first aid kits, batteries of all size, toilet paper, paper towels, shovels, rakes, diapers, baby wipes, baby formula, non-perishable baby food, and clothing items. And if you go to their links, you can see what sizes of clothing items were specified. And you had a link or a place that they could donate money if they are interested in helping out the community?
Yes, donations can be made out to the Greenfield Community Foundation, and donations are being accepted at both of the banks in town, Union State Bank and FNB Bank. So I know when I was in the bank the other day, there were people calling from out of state, out of the area saying, how can we help? So donations can be made and sent to one of those banks.
That's good. And I hope people keep doing that. And I know you talked a little bit about how the community was coming together already to help each other out, clear debris.
Yeah, yesterday, well, I live in Greenfield, and yesterday I was doing business, visiting the bank and the pharmacy. Grocery store is still closed. The one gas station in town is closed, heavily damaged. But we're very fortunate because a lot of the things that are very important to the community were missed, such as the courthouse square, our schools, and our the Cardinal Glass factory in town, which employs 500 people. Certainly losing that would have been just absolutely impossible to recover from. I think for our community would never be the same. So people are out in force trying to help each other and clearing debris and trees, but it's going to take a while. It's going to a long way to go. So
and do your best to support everyone in that community, those out there who are able to help, able to lend some money, maybe lend a hand, do what you can to help out a fellow Iowa community. I had no idea that glass factory was out there when I got home, and I told one of my friends that Greenfield was where a lot of got hit pretty bad, and my friend worked there. He just recently moved to Minnesota, and they were like, oh my, she was like, Zach, call your people who still work there, see if everything's okay. So it puts it into perspective how stuff like that can really affect everybody, even when you're not sure it will.
Absolutely.
Storm damage and debris reached, all over the state and within the path. There was one piece that went viral. A Greenfield school book was found in Ames, and other debris reached as far as Minnesota.
Yes, people are finding interesting things. I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was over by Boone that a military discharge document that had been laminated. It was important to somebody, had been dropped way over there. So amazing what Mother Nature, the power of Mother Nature.
Yeah, without a doubt there. So we've got everyone in that community and across Iowa who was affected by it in our thoughts, and we're hoping for the best. We're hoping for a recovery. I'm sure state agencies are going to get out there and do what they can, and the communities are going to come together. So we've got their hearts and our minds.
That's what Iowans are known for, helping each other out and being charitable. And, it shows in times like this.
It does make you proud to be an Iowan.
Absolutely, yes.
Knowing that we got good people around that are willing to help out when the time comes.
Indeed. Tell us about the sports news,
I'm
Cody.
gonna tell you about the sports news. We do have a couple of good pieces of information. Iowa football recently announced that they're going to play a Friday night game at UCLA this season. I have strong opinions about Friday night college football games.
Tell me.
I hate it. So the way it was, and this used to, I don't think it was law, but there were laws. There were laws in place. High school football was on Friday. College football was on Saturday. The NFL was on Sunday. And they did that so that, if there was an NFL game on, most people are not going to go to their local high school game. If they're not, obviously they're going to go watch their kid, but the same thing with Saturdays. They're not going to watch college football games. They're going to watch the NFL games. They did that so that all those entities could still get supported and watched. And now the NFL has games when and whenever it feels like. College football games get played on Friday all the time. It drives me nuts.
You're right. We shouldn't interfere with So the lesson is go support your local teams and support those high school kids, and just record whatever's on TV when you get home afterwards. Just watch it then.
Yes, and then go back and watch it. My friends don't agree with me on this, and it blows my mind when there will be games, because they'll play games on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving, and that's kind of always been a tradition or whatever, but when they play on a random Saturday, like sometimes I'll wake up, it's Saturday, and I go, oh, the Packers are playing today and not tomorrow. It drives me nuts. Saturday's for college football. Why is it on Saturday? And the response every time, Tammy, is why not?
Because we have to have our traditions.
Exactly. It drives me crazy. That drives me so crazy. That's a crazy man yelling at the cloud opinion, but it's one that I hold very strong and dearly. Another piece of football news that I didn't put on here, but that I did just see, Brock Purdy was named a top 25 under 25 player by Pro Football Focus. He was number 8. So he's not an Iowan, but he is an Iowa State football player, which means he's an honorary Iowan to me. And it's nice to see him getting some credit, getting some plaudits.
Absolutely. Are you telling me that there are that many quarterbacks who are younger than 25? Is that what it's saying? Top
25 in general. Top 25, so across all positions.
Oh, okay.
But 25 is still under 25 is still pretty young for football players, but sometimes it does blow your mind when some guys are super young. I think it'll be the first time. His name's Anthony Richardson. He's the quarterback for the Colts. I think this will be the first year that he'll be the youngest starting quarterback in the NFL 2 years in a row. That never really happens. But he was just so young when he got into the NFL that...
Oh, they're children, just children.
Makes me feel very old. Kate Martin. I wanted to shout out Kate Martin a little bit because I wasn't even fully aware of her entire story. I saw this getting spread around yesterday. She nearly stopped playing at Iowa partway through her career. She was going to go into coaching. Caitlin Clark asked her to keep playing. Please come back. She wanted her to stay playing with Iowa. So she stayed. Iowa obviously had, those 2 great runs that they did. She went to the WNBA draft just to support Caitlin Clark. That's the only reason why she went there. Most of the projections had her going undrafted if she was drafted late rounds anyway. She ends up getting drafted by the Las Vegas Aces, one of the best teams in the WNBA. And what I didn't realize is how many players who get drafted in the WNBA barely even make the team in the first year. Usually they'll go down or they'll come back in like a year or something like that. She survived 5 cuts in the preseason, and she's been getting serious play time the first 2 games of the season. And that's great stuff.
News.
I love seeing stuff like that. I can't remember. I don't know if she's from Iowa or not, but played for Iowa. She's an honorary Iowan. Where's she from? She's from Illinois. That's close enough.
Close enough. It's another I state.
It's another I state, and it's in the Midwest. But I just thought that was such a great story. I thought that's really nice when, Caitlin Clark's getting a lot of the praise, deservingly so. It's nice to see, other Iowa athletes making waves.
Yes, another wonderful athlete to keep our eyes on.
Mm-hmm. And then former Iowa State basketball player Tyrese Halliburton received all NBA third-team honors, and that just warms my heart. Go Cyclones. He's on the All-NBA team, third team alongside LeBron James and Steph Curry. That is a piece of trivia I'm going to remember forever.
Oh, I better remember it, too, in case it shows up in one of your little quizzes.
You're going to disappoint the people. I don't have one for today.
That's okay. You got other good stuff.
I do got other good stuff.
Like
I got
entertainment news.
Yeah. So Apple Music has been releasing their personal best 100 albums. This is not based on streaming numbers. They pulled apparently people within Apple Music, other artists that they work with, and this is the list that they came up with. They came up with the 100 best albums. They've been releasing it over the past week. The top 10 just came out yesterday or 2 days ago, so I wanted to read you off the top 10, Tammy, and kind of get your opinions.
I want to know, Cody.
All right, so number 10.
Okay.
Actually, I want you to guess. Just pick one album that you think will be on there in the top 10.
Rumors.
Who made Rumors?
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, all right.
Is it there?
Well,
I have to wait.
We'll see. So number 10 is Lemonade by Beyonce.
Oh.
You listen to that one?
No, but I do like lemonade.
I do. Like the drink?
Yes.
It's a good album.
I have heard the song, and I do like the song as well.
Number 9, Nevermind by Nirvana. That's the one with the baby swimming on the cover.
There was a lawsuit about that.
There was a lawsuit.
Anyway, that's another story.
Number 8, Back to Black by Amy Winehouse.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard that one. I see some of these that I haven't heard of, or haven't listened to, I should say, and it makes me want to listen to them. Number 7, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar.
So these are not of all time, because I haven't heard a single one from longer ago than what?
These are all, pretty recent, but it is of all time.
Well,
that's my personal favorite Kendrick Lamar album. There's more that I thought that people more critically acclaim. Number 6, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder.
Oh, Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. It's not all the new age.
We're getting a little bit more my taste. What else?
Number 5, Blonde by Frank Ocean. That is an incredible album. It is also a recent one, but that one is fantastic. The story behind that as well is even better. I don't know all the specifics, so I won't go into it, but basically he released 2 albums, like one after another, to stick it to his record company, who were kind of holding him down. He had to meet a certain album requirement that he had to release before he could get out. And he was working on an album in secret. He released one that was like an EP, and then as soon as he was released, he released this one, and it's probably been his best work of his entire career. It's incredible.
Under pressure can sometimes be good.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, Purple Rain.
Oh, yeah.
Prince and the Revolution.
Gotta have that one on there.
Yeah, that's great. Number 3, Abbey Road.
Oh, of course.
The Beatles. The Beatles. I don't think I've listened. I mean, I've definitely listened to Beatles songs, but I've never sat down and listened to a Beatles album all the way through. Is it that good?
Missed out.
Is it that good?
Well, I like many Beatles songs, but I don't know that I like a whole album's worth.
Number 2, Thriller.
Thriller, Michael Jackson, of course. That has to be on there.
That's a fantastic one. My mom had that album in her house. I remember we were doing some cleaning, and I was like, "You have a Thriller album?" She goes, "Yeah." I bought it on vinyl. I thought that was so cool from back in the day. Number 1, it's not Fleetwood Mac. And this is an album I'm disappointed I haven't listened to. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill by Lauryn Hill. They named their #1 album.
Well, I wonder what exactly the criteria was.
I wonder, I mean, I've heard nothing but incredible things about this album. And when I saw that they put it at #1, I was like, okay, I have to really sit down and listen to this now. I can't really make an excuse anymore.
Well, Apple Music, you should refer to CityView's top 50 rock and roll songs in which month was that?
March
Issue of CityView.
I believe it
was Look that
March.
up.
They got, and you can look through Apple Music's entire list on their website, or if you go to their Twitter account. I'm sure they posted it on all their socials, but you can find it pretty easily. You can see where your favorite albums lie. A lot of good stuff in there. Oh, that album was not good. I was looking through the rest. Good for them.
Focus, Cody.
Focus. Dirt. The Dirt. DYRT. They named their best places to camp in the Midwest, and their #2 location was Hitchcock County Nature Center out at Honey Creek as the second best place to camp in the Midwest. So
in all of the Midwest.
In all of the Midwest. So that's de facto the best one in Iowa. I hadn't even heard of this place. I guess I haven't really gone camping in a long time, but when I did, I would just go to Ledges or something like that.
Ledges is nice.
Ledges is very nice, but I was surprised by the details. Campground prices, $10 to $50. There's 27 sites plus 7 primitive backcountry sites. I don't know what that means.
Well,
that just means
that means there's no facilities.
Oh.
You really go camping.
Really go camping.
Yeah. Is that your kind of camping, Cody?
No.
No?
No. I don't necessarily need an RV, but I'd like maybe a fire pit, a toilet. I'd probably like those things. That's probably what I would prefer the most.
Running water and air conditioning.
I would love those.
I can't live without those. I'm sorry. No camping without.
Yeah. So that was their #2 spot. I didn't do a quick scroll through to see if they had anywhere else in Iowa, but they get a good spread. Missouri, Minnesota, but to see an Iowa campsite so high up there, if you're a camper and you're looking for a spot to go and you haven't been out there, hit that up. What was it? Hitchcock County Nature Center.
So many great camping spots right here in the area as well.
That's true.
So Jasper Park and Saylorville and
I bet you Big Creek's got some camping.
Yeah, so, camp.
Camp away.
Camp locally.
And so what I was going to ask you for our chat topic, I was going to ask you about what your favorite albums of all time were, but I feel like we've talked about musical artists and performances you want to see, so we kind of went over that. So a question that we asked a day ago on our Facebook page, what's the scariest movie you've ever seen? Got a lot of comments, a lot of people with their responses. As someone who does love scary movies, I wanted to get your opinion. My mom commented on this one, When a Stranger Calls Back. Have you seen that movie?
Is that the one with the caller is in the house? He's in the house.
Is that one?
Is it?
I don't know.
It's
got to be right.
I don't know the name of it, but if not, that is terrifying. That is why I have a small house. I can go through all the rooms and I can find that there's nobody there.
Yeah, if you've ever been in like a big house or like maybe like even like in a hotel and you hear a noise and I don't want to go searching around a bunch of rooms and trying to find. That's terrifying.
No.
What did other people say? The First Nightmare on Elm Street, the Blair Witch Project. I still haven't seen that. Someone said my friend's wedding video. That's rude.
That's so rude.
A lot of people said The Exorcist. A lot of other things here. Deliverance. Personally, for me, As Above, So Below. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
That's a movie about the French catacombs.
Oh.
These like people go down there, they want to search it, they go exploring, and of course it's haunted. They run into a bunch of scary stuff, and the first time I watched it, it scared the crap out of me. There's one other movie I can't remember. I watched it with my friend. It was so scary. I think it was La Llorona.
How old were you when you watched the Catacombs movie?
Oh, I was in high school, I
Oh.
think. I'm pretty sure I was in high school. It's not too old. Um,
Okay.
it's a good one, though. What was yours?
Well, I'll tell you, this is a classic, and you don't know how terrifying it is. The Birds.
The Birds?
The Birds.
What's The Birds?
I believe it was Alfred Hitchcock movie, and it was long ago. It was black and white, but the birds go crazy.
They go crazy.
They become evil, and they attack. Can you imagine the horror of being attacked by all these pecking birds?
That would freak me out.
It was terrifying, truly.
It's got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Good movie.
Gotta watch it.
I might have to.
Yeah.
That'll go on my list.
Classic. Oh, you'll never look at birds the same.
Well, you know, they say birds aren't real, Tammy. That's what they're saying these days.
That's what they're saying, and that's an even more terrifying thought. I thought about that the other day as I was out and about and watching the birds. I love the birds. I have bird feeders and all that, so I know that some of them have to be real because they digest bird food.
That's true.
But I thought, oh, how terrifying it would be to think of these beautiful, precious creatures as being disguised drones.
Disguised drones are working for the bourgeoisie.
But I will continue to feed them regardless
Little
because I like
hummingbird.
watching them.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful. But if you have a scary movie in mind that we didn't say that you wanted to mention that scares you, please leave a comment, put it on our Facebook page, send me an email, let us know. Let us know what your favorite scary movie of all time is, or the scariest movie, maybe not your favorite, because one that scares you too much might not be your favorite. The Conjuring, those movies were scary. The first Conjuring movie was very scary.
Ooh.
But that's going to do it for me on the chat topic. Do you have any Memorial Day plans, Tammy?
Well, I think, with what's happened in Greenfield this week, that our Memorial Day ceremony, which takes place in the cemetery, which is just south of town on Highway 25, and it is within blocks of where a lot of the damage is. I think that it will take an extra special meaning to us as we go to that ceremony. So I hope that isn't going to be canceled. But at that ceremony, the organizers read the names of all of the Adair County people who have been lost in service. So it's a moving ceremony.
Moving. It'll be nice to see everybody get together, too, after something like that happens.
Yes.
Well, what do we tell them? How about we tell them what's coming up, Tammy?
Oh, all kinds of good stuff you said.
All
Tell
kinds
me
of good
about
stuff.
it.
The Valley Junction Farmers Market is tonight alongside a slew of other, I guess slew's kind of a nasty word, isn't it? A bunch.
Slew is a good word. I
Slew
love
is a good
the
word?
Yes.
All right. A slew of other farmers markets are all taking place across the Des Moines Metro, of course. Jasper Winery's having their summer concert series tonight. That's Thursday, May 23rd. Celebration on Friday and Saturday. That's probably my favorite community, not a community celebration, but cultural celebration. That's probably my favorite one. Tons of great food, tons of great music, lots of great performances, great vendors. That's going on Friday and Saturday this weekend. The Barnstormers play on Friday. The Cubs play on Friday and Saturday. The Menace play on Saturday as well. And there's Memorial Day celebrations all around Des Moines on Sunday. And you should enjoy the long weekend. It'll be pretty nice for all those who get to enjoy it.
A long weekend is always something to be enjoyed.
It's joyous. It is quite joyous.
Sleep in a little bit. And
Really, yeah. Take a load off. Or do some yard work.
sit out on the porch and drink a iced tea.
An iced tea. Have a hot dog.
Oh, I love
Have some
hot
wings.
dogs.
Have a burger. Have a beer if you're of age.
Good disclaimer there.
We do not promote underage drinking.
That's correct.
But I think, do you have anything else to add, Tammy?
Well, I surely don't.
Okay. Well, then that's going to do it for us here at the Big Green Umbrella Media Studio. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. You can read CityView stories at www.dmcityview.com and subscribe to the Daily Umbrella at www.thedailyumbrella.com/subscribe. If you have a story suggestion or would like to make a comment, you can send those to editor@dmcityview.com. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel already, please do. Thank you and goodbye.